Thank you for tapping in with Mr. You Dig. I hope all is good with everybody. It's a pleasure for me to bring this powerful video from a sister I found while cruising the YouTube streets. So I pulled over to become very intrigued by her message. Now this ain't a reaction video in hopes that it yield the results for you that it did for me. I'm not gonna play her video to its entirety, but enough to get in that ass to see things fairly from a woman's aspect with respect. So, with no further ado, let's get into these dope discussions with Danica.
Dope discussion.
Paula Tanks. You know, I find it to be very sad that so many of these women today are finding out the hard way that it's pretty much over for them. And they have to live with whatever decisions that they have made. Okay. I hope y'all can hear me. My microphone is down here. Hold on. Put a 2 in the chat if you all can hear me. I would hate for you all to be like, I can't even hear her, or we can do like the talk show host, and hold the mic. Y'all let me know what you want to do, baby. Y'all can hear me? Okay, good. But so many women, unfortunately, they have not received the memo that there's no saving. There's no coming back to rescue. There's no cleanup guy. There's no stepdaddies. There's no baby daddies. Like no husbands. Like all across the board, it's a wrap. And I find it to be very sad that a lot of them are finding this harsh news out the hard way, to where, yeah, you do have to pretty much just live with whatever decision that you have made. Now, I'm going to share my screen with you all, and I'm going to show you all this video that one of my crown heads sent me over to my email. And when I watched it, I said, again, Paula Tink, she didn't know. She didn't know that by her leaving her man, that there would be no replacement for him. She didn't know that by having a child with a guy that you, I guess, don't respect, you don't like, you don't want, there's not going to be a backup daddy to come through and be the father figure for your child. Like, this is why you got to be very careful and move very strategically and wisely, especially in today's climate, because the men are just a new breed. And I don't know how many times I can keep telling y'all that, but that's what we're dealing with, you all, right? And we can hit 300. I'm going to need 200 on them likes. I know this is impromptu, but we are here. Tonight, we're going to be out with the fam. And then tomorrow, I know we're going to be with the fam as well, and probably a lot of y'all. So I say, you know what? We'll go ahead and have a live stream today, because I don't think that we'll go live tomorrow. But nonetheless, y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. We got to break this down to a science and a crumb, because what I hate to continue to see happen is for a lot of these women to really feel like they have room to, first things first, just kind of F over quality men and take advantage of them or take them for granted, feeling like, oh, he'll always be there. And also, I hate to keep seeing that we are very careless with our choices, and we don't mind going out and getting with, I'm just going to be honest, very low vibrational, very piss poor quality guys, feeling like we can either change him, rearrange him, or, you know, just feel like it's a thrill or it's exciting as far as dealing with those, you know, caliber of guys. You can't afford, ma'ams. In today's world, you cannot afford to be out here playing with your womb, playing with your life, and playing with quality men. Because I'm telling y'all right now, it is so much of a new breed of men that if you come across a good quality one and he's ready and willing to settle down with you, have a family and everything of that sort, you better hold on tight, ma'am. Do not fumble, because I'm gonna tell you right now, the streets are very cold, very lonely. And I also don't believe that a lot of you understand that due to the fact that a lot of men are checked out, it is forcing a lot of y'all to pretty much be in a rotation of either smokies. Hold on, let me pull up the smokies for y'all, because y'all don't be knowing who I'll be talking about. Okay. Since a lot of guys are extremely checked out, the quality men, the ones who have things to lose, the ones that got money, resources, since they are checked out and done, and we can't hit 3, okay, y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe, it is forcing a lot of y'all to have to be in the rotation of Smokey. Now, Smokey does not have anything much to offer you, but maybe some peen to hit that spleen and some words of encouragement. Amen. That's about it, right? He will feed you a bunch of fairy tales and lies and tell you, oh, baby, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be okay, baby. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just give me your tax money, baby. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to flip it. You know what I'm saying? And then he runs off with your tax money. Amen. So a lot of y'all are in a rotation of Smokey, or you're in a rotation of guys that maybe do have things to offer to a woman, right? Let's say that he is a man of high quality, high value, and things of that sort. But due to the climate, a lot of those guys understand that they do have options. They understand their value and their worth. They understand what they can bring to the table when it comes to a woman. And so a lot of them, understanding that they are in high demand, it's like, oh, well, why choose one when I can have all of you? You also have that as well. I gotta be honest enough to acknowledge that that is a factor as well. Okay. Be mad at your mama, but that's what it is. Now, we can go a step further with that and say that those guys who may be of quality and still have a rotation, the reason why they do still have a rotation, even though they would make a great husband, a great father, and they could, you know, settle down with one woman. Well, the reason why a lot of them may choose not to do so is because they're not able to find all that they're looking for and all that they need in one woman. So you have to have a rotation, right? So you have all of these different categories going on. You have the quality men that are overseas and done with y'all here and marrying over there. You got your category of smokies, to where all he can do is feed you a bunch of lies and fairy tales and make you feel better, but he ain't gonna do nothing for you. Or you have the quality men that are just completely checked out and done. They don't care no other way. I don't want a relationship. I don't want a rotation. I just want to focus on myself. You got that going on. And then you also have another category of men that I just mentioned, to where, look, I do have a lot to offer to a woman. I do have a lot going on for myself, you know, and I understand the climate. I understand my value and what I bring. And so, yeah, I'm going to have a rotation, because I can't find all that I'm looking for in one woman anyway. And so, yeah, why choose one when I can have them all? You have that as well. And with that going on, it is forcing a lot of these chicks out here to be extremely desperate, extremely alone, and struggle. Okay? They are struggling like no other. And unfortunately, for a good chunk of them, I would say majority, to be honest with you. Unfortunately, for a good chunk of these women out here, they have not received the memo that we are in this day and age, to where men do have their standards raised. Men are checked out and done. Men are no longer, just going to tolerate and accept. They didn't receive that. They still are thinking that we live in a day and age to where, you can easily replace a man. No, you can't. Thank you, Jeffrey. It says women put in rotation like pitchers in a baseball roster. Lord have mercy. Let them go. Tupac said it best. M.O.B. Lord have mercy. We can hit 400. Okay, y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. And unfortunately, Jeffrey, this is the new reality that a lot of these women are faced with. They didn't know that times had changed. Can I go here for a second? Jeffrey, a lot of these chicks were so accustomed to having their way in getting over when it came to just running through men, using men, manipulating men, and all of that, getting over on them, that they, even if they were, right, aware of the climate and the times, right, to where, the men are changed, the men are a new breed, and they're checked out, the men are done, and, they're not trying to do this anymore, and they're not trying to do that. Even if they were aware of the current times, a lot of them are so delusional. Genuinely and honestly feel, Jeffrey, that won't happen. I'll still be able to be a baby daddy or a daddy or a husband or a sugar daddy or, some that I will be able to. I'll still have access to y'all. But when it comes to me, yeah, it comes to me. So you are on, but I feel parts that the chicks just maybe stand. They really don't. That the times have really shifted how they shifted. They still feel like, I can replace what you won't do another man with. We don't live in that time anymore, right? You cannot confidently, as a woman in today's society, say what you won't do another man will. No. Emphatically, no. I'm gonna ask for 500 in a minute, but I'm gonna need my 400. Okay, and I appreciate y'all for being here. But like Jeffrey said, a lot of these guys are placing these females in a rotation because, again, you're not able to get all that you're looking for in one of them, so you have to do that if you want to entertain them. And also, they understand I'm in high demand. So why not take advantage of that? And I hate to go there, but I gotta be real enough to acknowledge that the times have shifted so much so that you also have a sector of men out here who are they are taking advantage of what's out here. Like, these men out here not hitting on what I'm hitting on. These men out here are not going to be able to wine and dine you how I am, pipe it down like I am, support you like I'm like. They're not going to be able to do for you what I'm able to do for you. Right? So clearly that places me in a whole new realm to where you have a lot of these females flocking to these men, and they see that. And they're like, oh, shit. So you can bake me cakes on Saturday. You can make me steaks on Sunday. You can give me that head, that bread, and, leave. You can, maybe go to, I don't know, the gym with me. I don't know. You can make my lunch. What else? Like, men are realizing this. Y'all have caught on late. The women have caught on late. Men understand the climate. The men have, y'all been saw the writing on the wall. Like, yeah, we pretty much checked out and done. A lot of men are checked out and done. The struggle is here, right? Winter is here. It's only a matter of time before these chicks start lining on up. And that's exactly what's happening. Now, unfortunately, you do have females that have not received the memo that, yeah, you should have thought about it before you did it. And when I say you should have thought about it before you did it, I'm talking about before you gave that no good man a baby, before you left that good man that you already had, before you thought that you were the baddest chick in a real woman's, before you thought, what he won't do, another man will. You should have thought about it before you did it, because I'm telling y'all right now, if you slip up and you make the wrong move in today's time, you're going to have to just take it on the chin and stick with it. Make the best of it, baby. Now, before I play this video, I have got to go ahead and say this, because it is something that is very important to highlight, okay? A lot of these chicks, unfortunately, thought that they would be able to, first things first, choose the wrong men to be with, right? So where they were passing up the good quality men and they were going and getting with the low vibrational, bottom of the barrel, let's wish upon a star ass dudes. Like, they did that, right? So we're like, oh no, but you boring though, and you're lame, and you're this. And so they made that terrible fumble and that terrible mistake, and they got to deal with that, right? And then on top of that, one of the leading causes for a lot of these chicks to really be on the decline today is they really leaned in heavily with that whole strong and independent, I don't need no man, I'm a boss, I can get it on my own, I can do for self. Like, they really leaned heavily into that, even if they had a man. We can hit 500, you all. Y'all give us 407 likes, okay? Like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's some real talk from your little big sis. So what had happened was, when they leaned heavily into that, it turned a lot of the men that they were already with off, and those men ended up leaving them, or the men that maybe they wanted to be with didn't really see the value in being with them. So, like, for example, you're with your husband, right? And the woman that I'm getting ready to play for you all, she actually left her husband. So on one hand, you had women out here that were involved in relationships, whether married or whatever, with a guy, and she was still heavily in that strong, independent boss chick energy, to where she kind of forced him out of the relationship, because all the way around he's being emasculated. Oh, you can't tell me what to do. You're not my daddy. I can do it by myself. I got it. And so a lot of men, being the new breed that they are, they leave that behind. I don't have time to constantly be in competition or constantly being combative with this woman that I'm supposed to be with. Like, I'm the man. I'm your man. And so since I'm your man, I'm supposed to provide. I'm supposed to protect. I'm supposed to lead, right? And if I'm with a woman to where she feels like she is the king, that's not going to work. So those relationships inevitably end up disintegrating. You have that going on. I got my own money. I got it by myself. So those relationships go to hell. Then on top of that, a lot of the single women possess that same type of energy, right? So where it's like, oh yeah, you know, I got my own, I'm a boss, and whatever man I get with, he better be a quadrillionaire. And if you ain't on that level, don't even step to me, because I got my own, and this, that, and the third. And so a lot of guys, even if they were hitting on that level to where they would be able to properly and thoroughly provide for a woman, take care of a woman, love a woman, like I'm turned off by your demeanor. I'm turned off by your personality, your mentality, your lifestyle is repulsive. It's not something that will be conducive or complementary to a healthy, balanced relationship. So I'll bow out on that note as well. You had that going on too, right? And with that came this very heavy load and these very heavy baggages that we had to carry by our damn selves for a long time. And the memo that we also did not get was the fact that when it came to the long term of having to do everything by yourself, do everything for yourself, you know, like provide and protect, lead, you know, teach yourself, be there for yourself. Like, we didn't get the memo that long term, that was not something that a woman could do, right? We eventually get burned out. We eventually become tired. We eventually get worn out. We eventually just feel like we're going to collapse, and we do. And before you know it, we're looking around for men to come through and help us and come through and take care of us and be there for us and save us, and they're nowhere to be found. And it's because for so long, when it came to the treatment of men, the respect of men, the love of men, the appreciation of men, it was obsolete. And so that's what we're having to come to grips with today, is the fact that the men are nowhere around, because for so long, all we've done is give them our asses to kiss. Telling them, oh, we don't need you. We don't want you anyway. I got my own. And so since that was your lifestyle, your sentiment, your mentality, you know, what you practiced for so long, deal with it. It's too much of a hassle to try to rearrange and reteach and all of that. Like a lot of guys, and again, it's so many memos y'all did not get. So many men out here, you all, ladies. So many men out here today have prioritized their peace, right? Their happiness, their safety, their health, their well-being, right? Over having a woman, over having sex, over having families, over dating, over relationships, over marriage. So many men have prioritized what was better and best for them over all of what comes along with these females, that they don't even have the mental capacity, the energetic capacity to even try to get you to be in alignment. Like that would take more work to get you to be molded and shaped into what I would want you to be and what I would need for you to be a part of my life, that it would just be easier to just say, never mind, I don't want it. And that's very unfortunate as well. Because so many women I have also seen understand the climate, right? And they're now realizing and recognizing their faults and flaws. Like, damn, I should have been a woman that was being nurturing and respectful and submissive and loving. And I should have been embodying all of those characteristics that men were looking for. That way now I could be chilling. You know, I wouldn't have to worry so much. I wouldn't have to carry so much. It wouldn't be so much on me. I wouldn't be so stressed out. I wouldn't be so depressed. I wouldn't be so lonely. I wouldn't be so damn hungry. Like all of that. I should have been doing that. I should have been being for a man, the type of man that I would want to be with. I should have been doing all of those things for him instead of, you know, being so heavily influenced by the sisterhood, telling me I can be independent and strong and I don't need no man. Like, I should have been doing all that because, you know, now I'm feeling the effects of it. Right? So even if they understand their faults and flaws now and they want to do something different and they want to do something better, a lot of the men are just like, yeah, good for you. Cool story, sis. But no, thank you. No, thank you. We can hit 600, y'all. We should have at least 515 likes. I appreciate y'all for being here. This is very impromptu, so thank you. Okay. Yeah. I'm glad that you are ready and willing to learn now. I'm glad that you realize your faults and flaws now. I'm glad that you are coming to this newfound realization that, hey, as a woman, I should do this and I should be that and I should do. I'm glad, but it's really easier without you. And I hate that. I really hate that for y'all. Okay. Now, this particular video I want to share with you all really made me just shake my head. I'm going to be honest with you, because this young lady I'm getting ready to share with you all, she really did not understand today's world and today's climate. She really did feel like, oh, I'll be able to easily find me a new husband. I'll be able to easily find my baby a stepdaddy. I'll be able to easily, you know, go from being this strong, independent boss chick energy into resting in my femininity and to finding a man that's going to help me to be in my soft girl era. Like she really did think that, and unfortunately she found out the hard way that, yeah, that's not what it is. Okay, hopefully this plays. Put a 2 in the chat if you all could hear this.
Age did you wake up and realize that?
Could y'all hear that? Put a 2 in the chat if you all could hear that video. Okay, I see the 2s. Let's get into it, you all. Because again, I find it to be very sad that so many women don't understand that men today are done. If you come across a man that is ready and willing to take you in and take you seriously, settle down with you, have a family with you and everything of that sort, provide, protect, lead, teach, be devoted, be dedicated. If you can, you need to hold on. It is a new time, ladies. You cannot replace him. For you, another man will not. You fumble him and you try to go and think that he's going to do what he before, he will not either. So you gotta wake on up, baby. Wake up. It's time for y'all to wake up. A lot more strategic and wise with your choices, because the final, baby, where you are, so lonely, struggling, I could replace him and I can leave him and I'll that's gonna provide for me and my kids and give me a solid. Be careful, baby. That's not happening. A lot of the men are checked out and done. Stop taking advantage. Please, granted, wake up. Coming to rescue you and save you. Wisely, please do things of your abilities the right way. We can hit 700. I'm gonna ask for 600 in a minute. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, you all. Okay, let's get into it.
I hope y'all enjoyed that video, and I'm going to be bringing y'all more content from Miss Tanika. And I surely enjoyed that video. So y'all stay tapped in with Missy You Dig.